Hello, welcome to Treehouse. Well, not exactly Treehouse since we're working from home, but thanks so much for tuning in today. We are excited to introduce you to some of our adorable foster kitties. My name is Shannon. I'm the Volunteer and Community Engagement Coordinator here at Treehouse, and we have been doing these live videos weekly, so don't forget to tune in. We'll actually be back tomorrow to talk about our open adoption process tomorrow at 2 p.m. Today, we're going to be meeting 3 kittens, Ham, Pork Roll, and Chorizo. And they are about 11 weeks old. They've been in foster care for a few weeks now. These kitties were admitted to us on July 21st, and they came as a litter of stray kittens that were found outdoors. So one of our colony caretakers brought them into us. They went into foster care the very next day, and their foster mom, Alana, has been taking great care of them ever since. So joining us today is going to be Alana, the kitty's foster mom, and also Ingrid, who works on our shelter staff team. And if you have any questions or comments throughout, please feel free to send them, and we will answer your questions or get back to you as you submit. So let's bring in Ingrid.
Hi, I'm Ingrid. I'm a shelter staff here at Treehouse. I help with adoptions and taking care of the cats. And let's introduce Alana with the kittens.
Yeah. Hi, Alana.
Hello. This over here is Chorizo. He's a boy. And this is his sister, Pork Roll. Ham is behind the toilet currently because she's kind of scared of the noise.
That's okay. So, Alana, tell us a bit about you. How long have you been at Treehouse Foster?
This is actually my first time. So I started off with 3, so it's quite the initiation.
Yeah. And what made you want to get involved as a foster?
To be honest, selfish reasons. I missed having pets. And I figured if I'm working from home to the end of December, it'd be the perfect time because I'll have a lot of time to dedicate to them.
Yeah, definitely. So you've got 3 kitties over there. Who are those 2 sitting behind you?
This is Chorizo, and this is Pork Roll. We'll see if we can get them interested in voice today.
Can you tell us about how they are, their personalities?
Yes. So Chorizo is really chill. He'll watch his sisters play with toys, but he doesn't really, he kind of just follows it, never really joins in. But he likes to cuddle. Sometimes he doesn't really want to initiate it, but he'll like come stand by you and start purring until you pick him up. Pork Roll here, she loves to play with toys. And she also likes to pester her siblings. So sometimes when they're in the litter box, she'll jump them. I don't really like that so much, but she's quite the rascal. Ham over here, oh, hey, come out. She just likes to play with toys, but then she also loves to lay in our window ledge. She likes to be able to talk to whoever's going by outside.
Awesome. Can we maybe get some close-up of these kitties? Let's meet them one by one. If you want to hold them up or, yeah, zoom us in. So let's see. You said this little black fella is Chorizo.
Yes.
And Chorizo is a boy. And tell us again how Chorizo is different than his siblings.
He's just a lot more cuddly. He's definitely braver. The other cats took longer to warm up, but Chorizo was kind of like right there. He definitely kind of comes to you for attention. And he's always snuggly.
Very sweet. He looks a little shy, like he doesn't want to.
He was totally watching it till we got closer. So I'm like, let me put it back here and see if I bring him up, if he'll be a little less scared that way. Chorizo, you want to say hi to everybody? Say hi.
Hi, Chorizo.
Yeah, he's pretty shy. And then this is Pork Roll over here. Do you want to say hi? Now, Pork Roll really gets kind of skittish when you pick her up, so we'll see how she feels. I think it's mostly because she associates being picked up with medication. Yeah, she was kind of nervous. Okay, do you want to just say hi for a sec?
And Pork Roll's a little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ham is still hiding behind the toilet. Hey, Ham, you want to come play with your toys? She likes playing with these little foam balls, so I'll see if I can coax her out here. I got your mouse. She'll definitely come out in a little bit, but she's definitely the shyer of the bunch.
So Ham is another girl.
Yes.
And she's also a brown tabby. Yeah, she looks like a pork roll.
Yeah, they're pretty hard to tell apart. If they're not next to each other, sometimes I can't tell, and I'll have to like really look at their face markings. Yeah, you want to come out? She's looking at the cord, interested.
You mentioned that pork roll was used to medication. Can you talk to us about what kind of medication they're on and why?
Yeah, so they had some diarrhea. So all of them had to have medication delivered by the mouth twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
Chorizo didn't take it well, but he doesn't hold it against you. While the girls definitely hold it against you, so it's a little hard to get them to cuddle afterwards because they're just mad at you. But yeah, they're doing really well now because Ham's definitely a lot more playful than she was. She's feeling so much better.
Yeah, it's pretty common, yeah, because they were found outside, so they usually need something warmer and stuff like this. It's not a huge problem. Kittens take more time to develop their immune system, but in a couple of weeks they're going to be up for adoption, and it's an easy process. They are going to be available in our website. If you have any questions about them, you are like want to meet them, you can give us a call, send us an email, and we are going to arrange it. I'm pretty sure Alana is going to do a great job showing you them.
He's over behind the computer just like eyeing the balls and thinking about whether it's worth it.
Alana, what kind of work have you been doing with these guys to socialize them?
Just a lot of working really slow, like petting them. In the beginning, I just would bring my computer in here to work just so they're kind of used to being around me. And then, after that, just getting them more used to being petted, and then eventually held. The girls are still kind of skittish about being held, but they definitely love being petted. Whereas Chorizo, he definitely likes to snuggle up with you. The other day, he kept meowing at me till I finally picked him up, and I was trying to figure out what he wanted, and I put him in my lap, and he just got down again and meowed at me. So I put him up in the crook of my neck, and then he just started purring, so he just wanted me to hold him up by my face.
Oh, Chorizo's a little cuddler, so if you're watching and you want a really cuddly kitty.
It looks like he's already thinking about it. He's freaking out. There you are!
Oh, this is
Something that's kind of cute about the girls is I'll like roll them a ball and they'll roll it back to me. I'm scared to do it today or not, and then we'll just kind of roll it back and forth.
Oh, she was thinking about it.
They really like these foam balls the most. I'm not sure why. Maybe because they're lighter, so they kind of fly more.
Oh yeah. Did you get them from Treehouse?
No, I got this. It was like an Amazon pack of all different kinds of toys, so I could see, what they actually liked. Oh yeah, she's brave, getting brave now.
So what is you've had these kitties for a few weeks now. What has their kind of like daily care looked like for you, Alana?
So at about 6 o'clock in the morning, my boyfriend will feed them the first time of the day. And they have to have some powder in their food because they were having the diarrhea. And then around like 1, I feed them again, and I had to give them a little syringe. And then late in the day, we'd feed them that last time. And then just in between there, whenever I could, I'd bring my computer in here and just sit and see if I could coax anyone into sitting on my lap or letting them pet me. Chorizo's already here cuddling. Not sure if I'm blocking him.
No, we can see him.
Okay. Hey, I was getting excited.
She likes that toy.
Yeah. Do you want to play with your sister? She usually likes playing with the balls too. Huh? She's just eyeballing it.
Do you have any other like family or roommates that live with you that's been hanging out with these guys too?
Yes, so I have my partner. We've been together for like 14 years. So he comes in here too when he can during the day and sits with them. So that way they're used to like more than one person and not just women as well. So the different cats definitely have their favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Chorizo likes me better, and I think Ham likes him better. And then pork roll here just depends on the day and what we have with us.
Yeah.
Want to play?
Ingrid, can you tell us a little bit about what socializing kittens means and why we do that at this young age?
Sure. So when they are like born outside, they usually have feral moms. And feral is the term like for behavior. They are not used to people. So we usually go for max 12 weeks, and meaning that past this time, it's going to be like really difficult to socialize them. So after 5 weeks, we can bring them for the shelter and find their like foster homes. So they are going to get used with people, be around people, playing. Usually, like working with food, it's a good idea. So it's kind of, we are going to trick them to like you using food. It's necessary.
Alana, have you been doing that, tricking them with food?
Yes. We definitely tried doing that with medication, but they were not having it either.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely been the hardest part, I would say, because you kind of feel bad. You know it's gonna make them feel better, but they get so scared when we have to do it. But it's worth it when you see how well Ham is playing. Where just a few days ago she was all tired, but now she's all excited and running around.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it passes too long, it's going to be really difficult to do a socialization. It's going to be stressful, especially for the cats, because they would not feel comfortable in a house environment. So this is important. Like this is why we have such great fosters doing a great work with socialization. Otherwise, those kittens would have like get used to people. This is one of the main reasons they are in the foster home, not here with us, because they need this more attention, more time until they get ready for being put in for adoption.
Yeah, exactly. So kittens like these three cuties here are old enough to be away from their mom. They can eat on their own. But if, like Ingrid said, if they were at the shelter, they wouldn't be getting near as much of that one-on-one interaction with people all day long. And they really need that to become used to people, which is what we call socialized.
Yeah. And it's important, like the same person, so they can the person wins their trust, because here at the shelter, even though we do our best, it's like different people. We sometimes have different volunteers, and creating this bond with a person, it's going to be break at some point, but it's important for the process.
Yeah, when we first got them, they always wanted to. We just like set the carrier out with the door to kind of give them a place to stay that was safe. And then after they got used to that, then we would shut the carrier during the day so that they would have to be out here playing with us. And so we still just open it at night because they like snuggling in there when we go to bed. But other than that, they're out and about during the day. And I just got their favorite toy.
Ooh, let's watch.
Yeah.
And that's pork roll, right?
Yeah, this is pork roll and this is Ham.
Oh, kitty, kitties. Oh, Chorizo's coming out.
He doesn't usually play too much. You want to play with us? Yep. It's kind of funny how universally cats love this toy.
I don't know that I've seen that one around the shelter. Have you seen that one, Ingrid?
No.
Any kind of feather dancer, like the feathers on the string. It's like cats always just go crazy for them.
Yeah, but this looks like a nice, like, flexible wand.
Yeah, it's like a wire.
And playtime is another great socialization tactic. While we're watching these cuties play, Ingrid, Kathy was wondering, how are we handling masking and social distancing when we're meeting our potential adoptees right now?
So everybody's required to use a mask, wearing a mask when it's coming to the shelter, and we have sanitation stations around the shelter. So, and we keep the distance. We are making by appointment only, so you have to have an appointment to come in here, so we don't have too much people at the shelter at the same time. And with the kittens that are in foster or the older cats, it's up to the foster. Like some fosters are taking people to their house, taking all the precautions, but some of them are doing video calls. So you meet the cat during a video call, and then we can do the adoptions like via phone, and then you just go to pick your cat. We are trying to do what we can to go around this, but if you come to the shelter, you are going to feel safe. And we also do this for ourselves, like we don't want to come to work and don't feel safe. So everybody's wearing masks. We are cleaning as much as we can.
Yeah, we're taking a lot of precautions on site if you wanted to meet the cat at the shelter. But I know, like Ingrid said, we've had a lot of cats adopted out after meeting virtually, just like this. What's going on over there?
She's really got that.
She's like, I'm not sharing.
Oh man, she's growling at it. It was really taking alive.
So funny. Kathy, thank you for your question. Yes, definitely. If you are interested in adopting, we're happy to kind of talk you through what precautions we are taking and work with you to approach it however you are most comfortable, whether that's virtually or on site. I like that kitties have their own little like yoga mat down there.
Yeah, we learned that they just like love this mat. We tried to like get them used to like scratching their claws on carpet, and they just weren't having it. And whenever I'd sit in this yoga mat, they'd just come over here instead.
Oh yeah. When I lay out my yoga mat to like do home workouts during this COVID times, my cats like love the yoga mat. I think it's probably because it smells too from like people working out all over it. They want to like roll all over it.
They also like this one's got like a little grid pattern, so like when they like scratch it with their claws, it's like kind of a little massage for them.
Yeah.
She's just not letting that go. I don't think Pork Roll's gonna get to play with this for a little while.
So Alana, what have you found has been like maybe some of the most rewarding parts of fostering these guys?
I would say definitely show like how much they've grown, because you know, like I said, when we first got them, they were always in the carrier. They didn't want to come out. I think my most exciting day, I remember I was sitting in here, and they turned their backs to the wall, and I was like, oh my god, they don't feel the need to look at me every second when I'm in here. They feel safe for this
Oh yeah.
whole thing. But I was like so excited. Because like those first couple days, it's like every time you came in the room, they'd just be staring at you eagle-eyed.
Yeah, what's she gonna do next? And how much longer do you know will you be fostering these guys? What's their kind of plan?
So I'm going to be keeping them until they get adopted, which I know Pork Roll here, she is not going to be fixed until next Wednesday, so she wouldn't be able to be adopted until after that. And then the other kitties, I'm not sure what you guys decided for them.
Yeah, so they'll have their spay or neuter surgery in the next week or so, and then after their recovery, they'll go up for adoption. And we are listing all of our adoptable cats as per usual on our website, so they will pop up on there as soon as they're available.
Yeah, it's usually really fast after surgery. So
yeah,
you go to our website, we have the adoptable animals page. That is the animals that are here in shelter, but we also have the Shelter's Keepers. Shelter's Keepers is the name of our foster program. So if you don't see them in the adoptable animals, they will probably be at the Shelter Keepers page because they are in a foster home.
Ingrid, for those watching who don't know what our Shelter Skippers program is, can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so all the cats that are in foster and they stay there because I know some shelters they do like, oh, this cat needs some special because he's sick or something like that. Then they come back from the shelter. But our Shelter Keepers program, the idea is like to keep the cat at the foster home the whole time. So skip the shelter. It's really good for their health because it's less stressful and it's imagine you. It's like they are like in a comfy home with somebody take care of them, like the same person. They have consistency and they stay there until they find their forever home. And this is why, like Alana said, they are not coming to the shelter after like they have surgery. They are going to stay with her. She's probably not going to have them for a long time because they are too cute.
Yeah.
But especially your cats that they were like in the shelter for too long, and when they go to a house, it's better for their health and their behavior. So the whole idea is like to skip the shelter. This is why we use the name Shelter Keepers.
Yeah.
Hey, I finally got her interested in something else, which also has feathers. Yeah. I was kind of hoping she would show you how she likes to play ball. But she's so into the feathers today.
I wanted to show some cute photos that Alana had sent over of the 3 of them snuggling. And you said these 3 are kind of always together, Alana?
Yeah, a lot. Chorizo is definitely probably the one that ventures out a little more on his own, and he'll, come up to us.
Yeah, you'd send me this other photo of, here is pork roll sitting on top of Chorizo.
He's just so chill.
And Chorizo didn't care that this was happening?
No, he didn't. Like sometimes the other day, like one of them was laying on top of the other, and then the third one was laying on top of that. So it was like a pyramid of kitties.
So cute. Here's a little close-up of Chorizo.
Chorizo has a white bow tie.
Yeah, I'm loving that little white spot. And then here's little Ham. You said she likes to hang out in this window spot?
Yeah, she loves it.
Probably likes that warm sun.
When she's in that window, she talks a lot to whatever's going on outside. She's still digging that toy.
She really likes.
Do they like to play with each other, Alana?
I would say it's more pork roll, and it's sort of like the other cats sometimes feel a little bit harassed. Like I said, when they were in the litter box and then she pounced on them, my hand was like, no. Usually when they play with toys, both of the girls play together. But right now, I think Ham's just kind of monopolizing the toys.
Yeah, we like to encourage adopters to consider taking home 2 kittens because of exactly what Alana was just talking about, that way that they can kind of correct each other and teach each other kitty manners. Makes them more likely to get along with another resident cat in the future.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the one day Ham went to the bathroom and she didn't cover it up, and Pork Roll came over there yelling at her till she covered up.
That's so funny. My 2 cats, they just will clean up after each other if one of them kind of forgets. So they'll be like, oh, I'll get this for you.
Chorizo always cracks me up because whenever he tries to cover it up, he'll scratch in 3 areas that are nowhere near it. And then every time he looks back, wondering why it's not covered. So it takes him 4 tries before he gets it covered.
Yeah, and kittens have a lot of energy too. So if you don't have another play made for them, you are the one in charge to play with them. So you have to have time because I know they are cute, and sometimes like, oh, I want them. They are so cute, but it's a lot of work until like when they are adults, they chill out a little bit. They are still going to play, but with kittens, you have to put yourself in that, like, okay, now it's playtime.
Yeah. Alana, I hate to interrupt their playtime, but for anybody who's just tuning in, could we possibly get like a little, can you pick one of them up and show us a little furry face?
Chorizo.
Oh,
Chorizo, say hi. You put yourself in the camera?
that's Chorizo, who really likes to cuddle.
Yeah. And this over here, I gotta look at her head. This is Ham, I believe. I can't see her face. Can I look at your face? Yeah, I think this is Ham. Oh yeah, this is definitely Ham. She was the one that was a little scared earlier.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay, hon.
Takes a little time to warm up.
Yeah, and Pork Roll's just going to the bathroom right now, so I'll show you her in a minute.
We'll give him some privacy. Her. Pork rolls are her.
I should have sent you like the first picture that we took of her. Like my boyfriend took a picture when she was in the litter box, and she was just like, "What are you doing?"
Is that Timmy by chance?
Yes.
Yes. Timmy says that Ham likes to ambush the other kitties.
He does. Pork likes to do that too. Like she'll hide behind like the toilet or something, and then just like pounce on them.
She's just having a good time.
Oh yeah, you know what? She's looking about pouncing her sisters in the litter box right now. So it's time for you to see that.
I'm glad we have this view away from the litter box.
Yeah.
All right, can we show you on camera now, Pork Roll? Tiny thing. And this is Pork Roll. She's pretty scared about getting held still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think, like I said, I think a lot of it's because they kind of associate that with medication.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some cats they just don't like.
Yeah.
So I would say, like in this case, if you want like cat that is going to be with you, a lab cat, you should go like for Chorizo. And if you're more like, okay, she can have her space, maybe roll. Sometimes it's just the way they are.
Yeah, like Pork Roll, like pretty much never likes being held. Ham sometimes does, and Chorizo pretty much always does.
Yeah, in pre-COVID times when we would have people come through and visit the cats in the colonies on site, we would always ask them not to pick up all of the cats because while some of them may love it, some of them really aren't comfortable with that, and there's really no way of knowing if you've just met them. So even though they're so cute and you just want to squeeze them, we ask people not to pick them up.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised that Pork Roll's not playing today because she's usually so playful. She might just be like kind of nervous because of the different voices.
Yeah. And at least my cat in the afternoon, she's usually taking her long nap.
Yes.
So probably she's like, this is my nap time, leave me alone.
And I usually feed them at like exactly this time every day too. They got some leftover food, but they always get excited for that fresh food.
I bet. Ingrid, I like how you said when your cat is taking her long nap. She has her short naps and then she has her long nap.
Yeah, she really does. Like in the afternoon, it doesn't matter. Everything, it's like in our house, she's like, I'm going to stop now and I'm going to take my long nap.
Yeah.
And probably sleeps like for 3 hours. If we don't if you don't go around, she's just going to sleep the whole afternoon.
What a life she's living.
Yeah. I wish I was a cat.
Yeah, there we go. Now you gotta roll it back to me. She's got too many toys, I think.
Oh, they're just having a little rest. Alana, what would you say to anyone who is considering fostering but maybe is a little hesitant or a little nervous about it? What would you say to them?
Ooh, that's a good question. About fostering, you said, or adopting?
About fostering.
I would say it's definitely a lot of work, so just keep that in mind. Something else to keep in mind is like I kind of had this idea that I was going to play with kitties and everything, but you know, a lot of it is just getting them used to it. And something that's going to be really rewarding for you is just to see how much their personalities change over time. You know, from them being scared, hovering in the corner, to them out playing with toys, all happy, lounging in the window. So I'd say it's just really rewarding in the end.
Yeah, that's awesome. And are you wanting to foster again after these guys?
Yes.
Awesome.
I definitely was like thinking I kind of want to do kittens again, or like at least cats that aren't used to being around humans, because like I said, it's just so much more rewarding to see how every day they trust you a little bit more and a little bit more.
Yeah, it's not always kittens are like a lot of the population that's typically in foster, but we definitely put older cats in foster, cats who have special behavioral things going on, or for medical reasons they'll go into foster, or like we were talking about with our shelter skippers program, if there's a cat that's just been waiting quite a while to be adopted, it's less stress and more enrichment for them if they can wait and be adoptable in a foster home. So sometimes there's no medical or behavioral reason at all. They just would benefit from being in a foster home.
And if you want to be a foster with us at Treehouse, it's easy. You go to our website, there is an application that you fill, and then someone from our foster team is going to contact you. They do a little interview, but like the only thing that you have to have, maybe a small space at your house, like Alana is using her bathroom. So we give you all the guidance, and you just have to have this space and love, like, and the time to do it. And I'm pretty sure it's rewarding. Like I never did, but all the fosters, when they come back, like bringing the kittens for adoptions, they are usually like very happy because they made an important part like of helping those cats getting adopted.
Yeah, definitely.
There we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you, hon.
So if you're watching and you have any questions about our fostering process or our adoption process or these three little kitties here, feel free to send us your questions. Until then, we'll just be watching these cuties play. They're like, can we just have our lunch now?
I also think they're just wanting me to bring back this toy that she was attacking.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Oh, Chorizo's gonna join now.
Ingrid, don't we have like over 100 cats in foster homes right now?
Yes, we have. Most of them are not ready yet for adoption because we have a huge population of kittens. So, but when they are like getting their surgery, they are going to be on our website. So sometimes when you go and you don't see a kitten, I would say keep looking because we always have new litters coming. Some of them are too young to get surgery. Some of them are finished medications. But we have like available, we don't have probably 20, something like that. But we have another 80 like going ready to be for adoption. Most of them kittens, so they are, because they need to be at least like 2 pounds to get surgery. So if they are like very tiny babies, they are not ready for adoption yet.
Yeah, it's 2 pounds in about, is it 2 or 3 months?
It's 2 months because usually they get the weight by the age. So it's like 2. 2 is the magic number, like for the weight and the age.
Yeah.
So Ham and Chorizo, they already had their surgery. We were just waiting for Corporal since she wasn't feeling well at the time.
Yeah, and I checked. She's 1.6 to 6 pounds, I think. So she's skinny. Maybe cat in the future.
Yeah, she might just be petite, but we gotta plump her up a bit before she can go have her surgery.
Yeah.
They've been eating a lot the last few days. They were kind of like nibbling before, but they've been going crazy eating a lot these last few days. So they definitely seem to be growing a lot.
Right there with you, kitties.
Everyone in quarantine is.
And what are they eating? Dry food and wet food now?
Yeah, so we feed them the wet food 3 times a day, and then we leave the dry food out all day. We actually just started with the 3, and then we found that they didn't really love like the wet food when it had been sitting, so it kind of just in between those 3 times, whenever I think about it, I'll usually bring out some fresh and take out the one that's been sitting in there, and then they usually go crazy again.
Awesome. Ingrid, Michelle is asking, do we have any all-white kittens? I'm looking for a boy all-white kitty to love their senior boy.
I actually don't know if we have like a all white. It's something that I would have to check. But yeah, keep looking. If we are going to have, it's going to, when we put on the website, we put a picture and it's always like their age, their colors, and yeah, but I don't know like by memory now if we have one that is all white. I'm sorry, Michelle.
That's all right. Yeah, keep an eye on the website, Michelle. As soon as all of our cats become available, you'll be able to see their picture. And if you see someone you like, then you can contact us. Thanks for your question.
I just love how this really explains the personality with these 2 girls having fun. Chorizo just over there relaxing, having a drink of water.
Yeah, no offense to Ham and Corporal. They seem great, but Chorizo is my kind of kitty.
Me too. Like if I was to adopt a cat, it would definitely be Chorizo.
Michelle followed up and said she has a 16-year-old cat, all white. He needs a little brother.
Yeah, we have some older cats in our website, but none of them are all white. But if you want to go and look, maybe you are going to fall in love with other colors. You never know.
That's true. Awesome. So we'll definitely give it a few more minutes for anyone who has any other questions. But Ingrid, if anyone's watching and they are interested in adopting these kittens that they see here, what should they do?
They are probably going to be available by next week. And you can give us a call. Our phone number is 773-262-4000. Or you can send us an email at info@treehouseanimals.org. And that is all this information in our website. But our adoption process is pretty simple. It's an open process, which Shanna is going to be talking about tomorrow, yeah?
Yes.
So we don't have a long application. We try to do like the best match for your family and your household. We basically only need like your information, like ID, phone number, address, and then we go like, we ask some questions. It's not complicated. And if it's the cat that is here at the shelter, you can get the cat like at the same day. If it's in the foster, sometimes you just have to arrange the pickup and can take a little longer, but it's not going to be a long time.
Yeah, we will be discussing our adoption process tomorrow. Same Facebook channel and YouTube channel if you're watching us through either platform today. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. we'll be live, and we're going to be talking about our adoption process at Treehouse. We try to make our process as inclusive and educational, conversational as possible. So it's really about finding the right match for you and your family, not so much about can you adopt, but who should you adopt? Who would be the best fit?
And from what I remember, if you were to say adopt 2 kittens, like 2 sisters, it's cheaper than buying, like you get like a discount, right, for 2?
That's true. Ingrid, what is that little deal we have?
So the adoption fee for kittens is $125, but if you take 2 kittens, it's $225. You get a $25 discount, and for our adult cat, it's $95. And it's actually cheap if you think that they already come vaccinated, microchip, surgery, so they are all fixed, and they usually just need like their vaccinations by the next year. With kittens can be a little different. If they are like younger than 3 months, they probably don't have their rabies, then it's going to be with you. But they come with all the FVRCP boosters, dewormers, Revolution for fleas. They are ready to go for your house.
Yeah, we send them as up to date as they can be for their age.
Yeah.
And for us, a kitten is under 6 months, adult is over 6 months.
Yeah.
Jenny says, such a fun program. Thank you for doing this. Our pleasure, Jenny. Thanks for
Thank you.
Well, since we're almost at the end, I'm going to move the camera closer just so you can see the kitties better, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, hi, guys. They're like, I don't know about this. So we've got from left to right, it's what? Ham, pork roll, and then chorizo?
You got it. You learned quicker than I did.
No, I just know you said ham's that really playful one.
Yeah. They look so much alike.
Yeah, they do. I
No,
remember when we got them, they're like, one's the brown tabby and one's the gray, and I was like, they both look gray to me. But like, you can see when they're next to each other, but when they're not, it's definitely hard to tell the difference between the gray and the brown.
well, they're equally cute, so. Oh.
Ham's interested in the camera right now. I wonder if she sees herself and wonders what that is.
She's like, that's a cute kitty.
Are you already tired, hon?
Yeah. All right. Well, we are going to let these kitties go enjoy their lunch. Elena, thank you so much for introducing us to your foster kitties.
You're welcome.
Ingrid, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyone who's watching, thank you so much for joining us today. If you have questions, feel free to reach us at the number or the email address on the screen. And we will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. if you'd like to tune in and find out about our open adoption process. Thanks so much, and everybody take care.